Hey everybody, I'm Tori.
I'm Courtney, and we're your bitch pack friends.
It's been a while since we've been together, but
It's
we're
been
back.
it's been a whole half a month,
2 weeks.
two
Um,
weeks. It feels longer than that.
I know. Time does that mean time flies or no? Time is slowly crawling along.
Time is creeping.
Um, Today we're talking about Irish Wish, the new movie.
hmm
Um, but I mean, what have you been up to for the last 2 weeks before we dive into that?
I feel like you should go first.
Oh,
Actually, no, I'll go first because let's end on a happy note.
okay.
Um, my entire house has been sick. We got pink eye, strep, and the flu. I was the luckiest one in the whole house. I only got pink eye in both eyes, which was disgusting.
That's disgusting.
I do not recommend.
Is that what you guys did on St. Patrick's Day? Just sat around and nursed
We
your
didn't even know it was St.
wounds?
Patrick's Day. And then Joe's family group chat, his dad was like, Happy St. Patrick's Day. And I was like, oh, okay. That is today.
That's funny. Oh,
So lots of puke, a little bit of poop,
you,
eye, goo. It has not been pretty over here.
you personally got pink eye in both eyes?
Yes.
I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen.
Nope, it happened. And so I woke up in the middle of the night and I felt it. And I went and I grabbed like my kid's eye drops and just every 2 hours I was putting it in there. So I never got it too bad, but like Joe probably got it the worst out of everybody.
Poor guy.
I know it was gross. But yeah, I got lucky. I didn't get the stomach thing where everybody was puking. Everybody else in the house puked. I never puked. So it's because I had to take care of everybody.
Good job. Yeah, it's
Thank
because you
you.
got to clean up everybody. Your body's like, we don't have time
Exactly.
for this.
Literally, that's I'm pretty sure what happened.
Is
Um
everybody back to normal now? Everybody healthy?
yeah. Yeah, Riley, the 3-year-old, she's still like a little sleepy, but finally eating. She didn't eat for like 6 days. She had like 100 calories the entire week. And I
Oh,
took her to the doctor and they were like, well, she's not like super dehydrated. So you're good. Just keep going.
yeah.
We made it out.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. Yep. And tomorrow we're going to Florida. So I'm not
Oh,
prepared
crap.
because I spent, the week I was going to be getting ready, I spent it taking care of everybody and like just staying home.
Yeah,
So I'm kind of crunching all of that into like 2 days.
you
It's
can
going to be
do it.
fine.
I
I
feel
can
like
do it.
whenever I'm stressed about packing, I always just tell myself, like, all you need is underwear and a toothbrush, and
Yeah.
everything
In a
else is
bathing
just,
suit.
yeah, everything else is just a bonus.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure we have a washer and dryer where we're staying. So it's not even like I have to pack for every day. Like I can
Yeah.
just wash clothes.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are you
So
excited about going to Florida?
once we get there, I'll be excited. I'm just a bad traveler. Like I hate being in cars and I hate being on planes. I'm a little brat.
Yeah. You can be a little bit of a diva sometimes, but
I just don't like it.
but you guys
At
are
least,
flying to Florida, right? You're not driving?
yeah, we're flying out of Grand Rapids, which we've never done before.
Ooh, okay.
Have you ever done that?
I've also never done that, but everyone says nice things about it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Meanwhile, what have you been up to?
I did not puke at all since we've last talked.
Not even from excessive drinking?
Nope. I was in New York, which it's too expensive to get wasted there. So,
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I had no. This is going to the New York St. Patrick's Day parade is my Irish wish. So, it was
Oh,
fulfilled this weekend. I went with a friend for we called it a long weekend, but really it was Thursday to Tuesday, so it was like a week. Um,
yeah, pretty much. Just
and
2 days short.
yeah, it was like, yeah, it was the best time. We went to the St. Patrick's Day parade. That was kind of like the main event. And that parade, I think, is like 8 hours long.
So, how long did you stay?
We stayed for about 4 hours.
Jeez.
Uh,
Could you like go get like snacks and drinks while it's happening?
well, that was the thing is that we were like in this like section. I got tickets to the grandstands, and so we were in like this sectioned off area where you had to like have a pass to get in. and there was, I assumed there would be vendors, and I honestly thought there would be people like selling drinks and food and stuff, and there wasn't. It was just like you get there and you stay there. And so we stayed for a long time, and then I was like, you know what, I really need a glass of water. so,
I'm
and like we
dehydrated.
saw, like they had a bunch of cool things. Like they had a bunch of like they had a really cool salute to the 9/11 people who died in 9/11. They had like a flag for every person that died, and they marched by. They had like fraternal organizations from like every county in Ireland has like a social club in New York,
Sweet.
and they all just like marched. So it'd be like County Cork, and then like County Mayo and County Down, and they all had like their little groups coming by, and that was really cute. um
And
the
they're
pre-
like from Ireland, right? It's not just people who like it.
no, they're like people in America who descended from
Oh, okay. Now
those
I see.
counties, and so they have like their little clubs here.
Making sense.
And then the parade was sponsored by Heineken. So the president of Heineken, her name was Maggie Timoney, so I guess she's Irish. She came out and like she started kicked off the parade, and she had this badass suit on, and she's like this 70-year-old lady, and she like walked
Hell
down and
yeah.
like waved to everybody and like shook everybody's hands, and it was
She couldn't
it
throw
was cool.
Heinekens out like candy?
She did it. I was like, "Where's my beer at, Maggie?" Like,
Jeez. What the heck? What a ripoff.
yeah. Um, So, but yeah, it was a really good parade. It was like a huge production. If I go again, I'll probably like pack a picnic basket and bring some drinks and like make a day of it. So and be a little bit more comfortable. But it was a good first experience.
Besides being deprived of food and water,
Yeah,
did it meet your expectations?
yeah, it was great.
It was cool.
I love parades too, so
So do I.
I'm a sucker for a parade.
I like a parade.
Yeah. The other big St. Patrick's Day thing that we did was we went to Jimmy Fallon show. Got this shirt.
Ooh.
This is
Ooh.
Jimmy's limited edition St. Patrick's Day shirt for this year. I guess he does
Oh,
one every year. And
it's
he was like,
special.
we did have to buy it. It was kind of expensive, but he's like, make sure you buy my shirt on the way out. But we went to the Jimmy Fallon show, and he did like during his monologue he did a couple limericks, and it was really fun. He he likes St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Um and he had Bill Murray on the show as his guest, so that was pretty cool.
Nice.
But
Have you seen Jimmy Fallon before?
I
Because you lived
saw
in New York.
him I saw him a long time ago, like before he was on the Tonight Show. I think it was the Late Show he was hosting, so I saw that, but it's been a while.
Yeah. What would you say was more fun, seeing him or seeing Tina and Amy?
Tina and Amy for sure.
Really? Right. Jimmy's great, but he's no Tina and Amy.
Yeah, and I mean the Tonight Show is just kind of like it's an hour long, and like a lot of it is it's like very vanilla. Like it's for like people in middle America trying to fall asleep at night. It's not really like cutting edge or sharp or
Not
like
super
particularly
exciting.
smart, you know?
That they're just like talking, just chit-chatting like we are right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And also Jimmy just doesn't mean as much to me as Tina and Amy does, you know?
I get it.
So but yeah, good trip. I felt a little bad because when I lived in New York until the fall of 2020, and in March 2020 my parents came, and we were gonna do all the things that I just did.
So you
like
did it
we were
without
gonna
your
go to the
parents.
parade, and we were gonna go to this museum. Like we went to this museum, immigrant museum. We went to the Irish Hunger Memorial, and I had all that stuff planned out to do with my parents, and then everything closed. So
You're like, sorry.
I'm like, hey, it's not my fault a global pandemic happened, you guys. Like
You tried. You tried.
we all did our best. But yeah, I love New York. I got to catch up with some old friends. We literally walked about 10 miles a day.
That's
and
impressive.
I love doing that. So
Well, when you do that, you get to like, you're hungry, so you just eat.
oh yeah,
I bet that was expensive.
lots of pizza.
Lots of pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's like the best part of a trip is the food.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, slept in my own bed last night. That was great.
With Betty, was Betty back home?
Betty's not back yet. Betty's at my parents' house. I got to figure out when I'm getting her.
She's over there having a panic attack right now as we speak.
I know. Hopefully she's relaxed enough to get a good night's sleep in the last week that she's been gone.
Right. Just now she's getting settled in, and then you'll go get
Yeah.
her.
But I miss her. I love that cat.
Your baby.
Yeah. Also, I did get some shout outs from some fans in New York while I was there. So thanks to
Yeah.
Hannah and Annie for listening. Appreciate you guys.
Wow. Bless them. These are your
Yeah.
friends, right?
Yes.
To clarify.
I wasn't stopped on the street for
Let's
Hey,
actually let's
are you
edit.
the bitch back?
Let's edit this out. You were stopped in the street.
Yeah. But so Saturday I went to the parade, did some bar hopping, got home to the hotel home. And then we watched Irish Wish with Lindsay Lohan. And so I was granted I was a little tipsy, but I have been looking forward to this movie for a long time, and it just warmed my heart to
Well,
see
it's
it.
like two of your favorite things, Ireland and Lindsay Lohan.
I know. Yeah, you get
Did
it.
you watch it again yesterday?
I watched it again last night.
A little more clear this time.
Yeah, 100% clear.
Yeah.
And it's not very good.
Okay, I was gonna say it was so stupid. But that's the point of it's supposed to be stupid. So my thing is I do get in moods where I just call them Hallmark movies, even though this wasn't Hallmark.
Yeah.
But it's I do get in a mood where I'm like, I just want to watch a Hallmark movie. It's you don't have to use your brain at all. You can just completely clock out from life. And I'm running around crazy. I'm stressing about getting everybody ready for this trip. I was not in the right place to watch this movie. I kept checking to see how much longer I had.
It's only an hour and a half.
I checked multiple times.
All right, so you were not feeling it.
No, but there is a time where I would be feeling it. It just wasn't last night.
Yeah, I get that. There's a time and a place for this type of movie. So I didn't, but I feel like we both knew that going in. This is not, it's not fine cinema. This is a feel good.
It was exactly what I expected it to be.
Yeah. It was a little worse than I expected it to be, honestly.
Was it? It was exactly what I thought.
I'm surprised that like Jane Seymour, the woman that played her mom, she's like a good actress. So I was like, why is Jane Seymour in this movie? Like,
what happened here?
Isn't she
Lindsay Lohan is a good actress too.
Yeah.
So and that made me wonder why is she doing these Netflix movies that are just corny and cheesy? But maybe she wants easy jobs, and I'm sure it's an easy job.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is I bet it's easy. I bet she gets to do whatever she wants. She's I bet she's the queen of the set.
Hell yeah. And it's probably fast.
Yeah. She probably gets to do things on her schedule. I don't know. I know they shot at least part of it in Ireland. I don't know if they shot all of it, but I know she lives in the UAE, so she probably doesn't want to leave there very often.
Yeah.
So, honestly, if she just keeps making holiday themed Hallmark movies, I'll forever. I will keep watching them forever.
Yeah, same. And she's paying her bills, so we're all happy.
Yeah.
But I do have one request for Lindsay Lohan. I just want one more Mean Girls movie from her, where she is Katie, a grown-up Katie.
Okay.
Like a reunion, like a high school reunion or something.
Do you really want another Mean Girls movie?
Yeah, I do. Or a short or something. We got that Walmart commercial, and I was like, that's it.
Okay. I'm hesitant about that because I just feel like it could never be as good as the original.
I don't know. Well, you can't beat that. But I just miss them.
Yeah.
I feel like they're our friends. So I'm we need to catch up, you guys.
Do you remember when all the excitement was happening that they were getting together and then we all found out it was just a Walmart commercial?
Yeah. It was a bummer.
I really thought they were going to do a Mean Girls Christmas special. I thought they were just going to be in a room chatting, telling jokes.
That's all we're asking for.
Maybe singing Jingle Bell Rock. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we were just oh, it's a Walmart commercial and Rachel McAdams isn't even there. So
yeah, and I'm I don't even shop at Walmart.
None of them.
It should have been Target.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Did you like her cameo in the Mean Girls musical?
Yeah, I loved it.
Okay.
It made me want to cry. So I was like,
Okay.
there she is. There she
But you want
is.
her to be Katie again.
Yeah. I want to
Okay.
catch up with the girls.
Yeah.
What have they been up to? It's the 411.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I want that too. I'm just afraid.
Mm-hmm. A little nervous.
Oh, that reminds me. I don't think I texted you this. But Dairy Girls, the
Mm-hmm.
woman who wrote Dairy Girls, she's writing another TV show about women in their late 30s, a group
Hell
of
yeah.
women.
In Ireland?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. When does this come out? Because I'm
And
ready right
then
now.
I think next year. But
All
the
right.
premise is that they're like four besties, and then one of them dies, and so the
Oh,
rest of them
fuck.
it gets real. They're old, and then one of them dies, and so the rest of them have to like come back and get together, and they like reminisce on stuff. So I
All
think it'll
right.
be good.
Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, it's just like us and our friends. And then you're like, somebody dies. I'm like, wow. I don't
Hey,
want to be
eventually
that.
somebody's gonna die.
Yeah, but we're going to be like 90.
Fingers crossed. Um, um, okay. Well, there's something I learned though watching this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, did you know that Lindsay Lohan named Steph Curry and his wife as the godparents of her son?
I did not know that.
Okay, I heard that. I read some random headline about it, and I was like, "That's weird."
Are they
Like,
friends? Or is this like a Britney wedding moment?
I was like, "Are they?" That's yeah. I was like, "Did they meet one time? Are they in some sort of religious cult together?" Like, I don't
Her husband is
understand.
just like a big fan of Steph Curry.
Yeah, it's like, what is the connection here? But the woman who plays her friend in the movie, I forget her name. But Aisha Curry, Steph Curry's wife, plays Lindsay Lohan's friend in this movie, Irish Wish.
Okay. So
So
I
there's
thought she looked familiar and I was like, I don't know what movie she's in, but I've seen her before. So
oh
that's his wife?
yeah,
Okay. So they
and
must be
so
friends.
yeah, so I guess I don't know if they became friends on this movie or if they've been friends, but
Lindsay's like, I'll shoot this movie, but my friend is going to be my friend and my sister's going to sing on the soundtrack.
well, and her baby brother was in this movie as just like one of the like he was like kind of like an extra, like a glorified extra, one of the family members.
Did he have any speaking parts
I don't
or?
think he did. He was just there
Okay.
a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
He's like a tall red-haired man with a pointy
Yeah.
nose.
Didn't see him. Do you know what part of Ireland they were in?
They were in County Mayo, which is like it's kind of like by Sligo, like where normal people is. It's like the
Okay.
next county over, kind of in the middle of
Is
nowhere.
this anywhere you went on your Ireland trip?
I think we drove through it. There's not a lot
Mm-hmm.
there.
Oh, okay. Did it look, is that what Ireland looks like? Like when they're showing all the green hills? Is that accurate?
I think it was pretty accurate, except it was probably sunnier than it really is.
It's more gloomy
The
in real
movie
life.
is more sunny than I think it is in real life.
They brightened it up a bit.
Yeah. Like when I was there last summer, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh," like they were having like a heat wave and it was like some like super they were like, "This is like the most sun we've had in years." And I was like, "This feels
Oh,
like a nice May day at home." I don't know.
like a cloudy day.
And everybody's like wearing tank tops and t-shirts.
You're in a hoodie.
And yeah, so it's not very sunny. And then when I flew home, so I was over there for 3 weeks, and then when I flew home, I got out of the airport in Chicago, and I was like blinded by the light. And
So bright.
like it's so sunny here. I forgot what the sun
Welcome
is like.
home.
Um,
So there was also a part, there are those cliffs that she likes.
yeah,
And the guy she's supposed to marry, he's like, oh, that tourist trap. But there's nobody there.
yeah, there is a couple things in this movie where I was like, have these people been to Ireland? Like,
Like, is it a
uh,
tourist trap?
no, I mean, it's a tourist destination, but it's not like there's nothing for sale there. Like and there, depending on when you go, there's usually like a decent amount of people. Like when they went, there was like nobody there. They were like the only ones. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't think you can drive a car up it the way they did. Um, like on
They
the
faked it.
cliffs.
Right.
But yeah, like
Sounds dangerous.
like there's a visitor center there and you can go, but it's kind of like a big park and you can kind of like walk along the cliffs. And there usually are people there, but like not in like it's crowded. I guess it's relative because I just came back from New York and everything's crowded, but
Mm-hmm.
like more people than were there, but it's not a tourist trap and it's not like people are there like trying to sell you super expensive souvenirs.
So he was just
So
being snobby.
yeah, he was just being like, I don't need to go to the cliffs of Moher, even though they're like literally the most beautiful natural phenomenon like
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't stand that family, which I think was the point, but it was
Yeah.
just such a like preppy, let's go for a boat ride. And I also thought it was hilarious. It was like a Titanic moment where they're all getting in the rowboats and they're like, sorry, there's no room for you when there's like an entire bench on each boat that's open. She's like, I'll just go for a walk.
Yeah. Well, her friend was like, "We can make room for you," as if it was like a huge imposition, you
There's
know?
an entire bench
Yeah.
that she could have sat on.
But I thought she was like being a good wingman because her friend liked the guy that she was in the boat
Mm-hmm.
with, and she's like, "I'll take a walk. You guys can have
Yeah.
your romance." Yeah.
Enjoy.
She's a girl's girl, you know.
She's a girl's girl.
Also the Saint Bridget, the like
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. She was like an evil. They like portrayed her as like an evil fairy, and I was like, oh
Pretty
my gosh,
much.
the real Saint Bridget would be so pissed about this.
Teaching you lessons.
She was just like this evil middle-aged woman that just kept popping up and causing
Yeah.
mischief. Like,
And her with like that character, it almost felt more like a Disney movie, you know,
yeah,
that like it was like the little leprechaun that pops up, but a grown-up version.
yeah,
It was just dorky.
yeah, yeah. It wasn't. I don't know. It was silly.
Very silly.
This would be like a fun movie to do like a drinking game. Like you gotta, I don't know, you gotta drink every time you see something corny. But you'd be
You just
wasted.
chug the whole time. You don't ever put the drink down.
Okay, the thing I actually did hate, which someone told me about this, someone warned me about this, and then I watched the movie and I was like, oh yeah, I hate it. Why does she fall for this English guy? Like that's the least Irish thing you can do. Like
Yeah, why
he,
did he have to be well,
he
so
couldn't have
I
been
guess they
Irish?
made him but they were trying to make him like he doesn't have a home, he just travels nonstop. So he can't be from there because he can't be home.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Australian.
I get it.
I would have Australian. How about that?
There we go. Way hotter.
Give me a consult, Netflix. I've got good ideas.
And it was just like so dramatic. Like men don't act like that. Men
I
are like, I'm
know.
not messing with her. She's getting married in 2 days. He's like, yeah, she's cute, but heck no.
Yeah. Yeah, he was not like a real person. I mean, neither of them
Yeah.
were real. Neither of those guys were like real people, but
Right. Again, we're like arguing with the way the movie is supposed to be, corny and dorky.
yeah. I did think it was funny how she like doesn't drink beer and then
All of a sudden she's like drinking Guinness.
the English guy's like, you should try it. And then she's like, you know what? I think it's growing on me.
1 day later. I like this. I
Yeah.
also thought it was hilarious that like the trivia they gave them just happened to be like 2 topics that she hit on with this guy, with the English guy. She was like, this is my favorite author and let's dance. And then they're like, okay, she doesn't dance and her favorite author is Charles Dickens or something. And she's looking at him like, don't say anything.
Yeah. That was funny. I think, you know what? We should start writing movies. It seems not that hard.
I think we could do it.
I will say, okay, just let me nerd out for a second on this. James Joyce, he writes books. I think all of his books take place in like the city of Dublin. So when they're on the cliffs of Moher, which is like the wild nature area, she's like, this is just like a Joyce novel. Like, no, it's not. It's actually nothing like a Joyce novel.
It's not. And see, I wouldn't have known
I'm
that.
pretty sure whoever wrote it has never read a James Joyce novel.
They're like, she writes about Ireland.
It's all the same. The
Right.
city, the glyphs, whatever. It's in the air.
One big thing.
Yeah.
So I just have to mention another movie I watched. Have you watched Damsel on Netflix?
No. Did you
Okay,
like it?
so I wasn't gonna watch it. Usually anything with dragons, I just write it off. I'm like, not happening.
Yeah.
Um, but I like the guy that's in it that plays the prince. I think his name is Nick Robinson. He was in
Okay.
Maid. He was in like
Okay.
Jurassic World or whatever. But I watched it because I like him, and I ended up really liking it.
Oh, okay.
Even despite the dragons, I ended up liking it. So
You got over the dragons.
yeah,
Do
I
you like
did.
Millie Bobby Brown?
I do like her. Yeah, and I never watched Stranger Things. I tried, but
Yeah.
I never got like super into it. But I liked her in Damsel.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
feel like she's like the younger people's it girl, one of them.
Yeah. I wonder, I need to ask a Gen Z person what they think about her. I
Yeah,
I like her. Whenever I see interviews of her, I feel like sometimes she's a little bit full of herself,
is she? I don't think I've seen an interview.
but she's also really funny. So
Yeah.
it's easy to
Oh,
forget.
you sent me something about her with animals, didn't you?
Yeah, she has like 20 animals. She just takes
Yeah.
them all in.
Yeah. So I did see that. And then I also saw like paparazzi photos of her just having like a body, like a female body and like looking normal. And I was like, okay, I like her.
Yeah.
Like she's not all perfected
Yeah.
like Hollywood likes to be.
Yeah. All right. I like her. You got me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um my other addendum that has nothing to do with anything. I feel like we should start tracking what's going on with Kate Middleton because I'm concerned about it.
Well, she was spotted. They released photos. She was at like a farm stand or something.
That's not her.
That's what I saw headlines saying this is not her. But yeah, I thought for sure she was like on her deathbed or something.
Also, if it was her, like if she's healthy enough to be going to the farmer's market, why can't she do her job? She looks
And see, I haven't like gotten that far into it. So all I know is like there haven't been pictures of her or sightings of her since what, December?
yeah, Christmas.
And it's like we normally would have. Like I guess I don't know
Yeah,
how
she
often we normally see her.
usually is out like multiple times a week. Like they have a public engagement like almost every day.
Okay. Interesting.
And the palace said she's not doing anything until after Easter, which is April. And then but then I saw a headline that said for the king's birthday, which is in June, all the royal people are supposed to go. But they said they've already advised that Kate's not going to be there.
Okay.
Huh?
Also, the only thing that like I would normally be like, she's fine, she probably fine, she probably just doesn't feel like doing this shit anymore. But the thing that like really threw up red flags was it her uncle who's on like Big Brother or something?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not gonna comment on it. And he's like, if they come out with the news, then I'll comment. And he goes, she's getting the best care. So like, what does that mean?
Something shady's happening. That's all I can say.
Best care like mentally, best care like they said she had that surgery, abdominal surgery. I don't know.
Yeah. My friend
The
that lives
best care.
my friend that lives in London said that they're getting different news over there versus here. And she
Hmm.
said the consensus over there is that there was no abdominal surgery. She has an eating disorder and a mental breakdown. I don't know.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know who to trust.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think she'd still be able to do appearances, but I
Yeah.
don't know enough about
Or at least get
mental
on Zoom and be like,
breakdowns.
"Hey everyone, I'm not dead."
I'm
Like
alive. And
especially if you can go to the farmer's market.
I also saw like this is just people talking, but things saying that like Prince William had a mistress and like I even saw somebody say that he got her pregnant and that her
Yeah.
kid that she already has could be Prince William's. And they're saying that Kate is just like, all right, fuck this. I'm not like cooperating anymore. And just like took off.
Yeah.
or is just, I don't know, there but refusing to do anything. I feel like they would just kill her if that were the case, but
Well, that is kind of what happened to Diana.
pretty
Some
much.
people say.
Yeah. Well, and I kind of got excited because I was like, if he did have a mistress and this is like what all this is about, I'm like, I hope she does the revenge dress that Diana
Hell
did.
yeah. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
awesome.
It was sick.
Well, we hope you're okay, Kate.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Irish wish.
This is one of my biggest like fact checks on Irish Wish that I hated. There's no way that you grow up in America with a name like Madeline Kelly and never try beer. That's all I have to say.
The most Irish name
With
possible.
a big red mane of hair
All
like
that
that.
red hair, freckles galore.
I love you, Lindsay, but don't lie to me.
Right. She tried when she was like 12.
Yeah. All right. So, in conclusion, you should watch Irish Wish, but do it for the love of it and don't
Yep.
expect too much fine cinema.
And make sure you're in the mood for cheesy, stupid, corny, not serious.
That's right. All right. Well, happy belated St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Courtney,
We're your
have a
bitch
great
pack
time in
friends.
Florida.
Yep.
And hey, we're your bitch pack friends.
See ya.